need a higher ceiling. I've been thinking about this sort of concept for a video, and I thought just drop the kids off to school and nursery, and I thought on the way to work I'd have a conversation, and it's just as a chef, and many careers as well, but mainly I'm talking about obviously chefing because that's where I've come from, and I think it's a bit of a trap. I feel like it's designed to tell you everything you want to hear, in a sense of like you do it for the passion, you don't do it for the money, so you get paid less, so it gives them a reason to keep the industry in a way where it's such an underpaid industry to a degree. And you just work for hours and hours, like my father-in-law, probably my mum and dad at some point, my sister, going, what are you working all these hours for what? And and it's probably like, I thought I was the clever one, going, I'm doing it for the passion, the pride, doing it for my career and everything. But I slowly realised, like, it hasn't really helped me anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, if I go, like, I looked at a new job yesterday. It's just a typical chef job. Not that I'm going to take it, but you look at it, the contract is 48 hours a week, 48 for the salary for what it's worth. I'm like, well, how does every other industry not work like that? Why does every other industry work, I don't know, like 37.6 or it's 40? But why is chefing 48 hours a week? I just don't get it. Like, we sort of, when I first took over, or started the job I'm in now, we renegotiated, so summer would be 48 and winter would be 40. But I'm like, and then you ask the question, why is it 48? Well, I don't know, it's just the industry standard. I'm like, standard of what? Like, you just want a free day out of us each week. I mean, that's 16 hours. 32 hours a month. 32 hours a month. That's like you've just done an extra week's work where everyone else has clocked off. I mean, it's just nuts. I just don't understand it. Like, people say, like, oh, that's what the money's worth. What do you mean the money's worth? Even if I've done 40 hours, this is because you don't want to pay overtime. You don't want to give time back. You don't want to give anything back. I mean, I'll give you a salary, but I mean, you're gonna have to work for it. I mean, like, I just don't understand what the point is. Like, why is it 48? Like, what before that, it wasn't even anything. Like, you're just forced to do extra, like, you're just sort of brainwashed into going, oh yeah, you're just doing it for the greater cause. Oh, what did you work this week? Oh, I've done 60 hours this week, done 70, done 80, done 90. Yeah, it was like a competition. But what are you doing? You're just killing yourself. You got no life. You got no nothing. So I was like, well, I just don't understand the point of it. I don't know. I suppose I got to a point where I'm just like, what am I doing this for? Like, what is actually chefing giving me back? Hospitality giving me back? You know what I mean? Like, like there's only a certain ceiling you can go to. You go to head chef. You work your ass off when you're younger because you think, oh yeah, I'll get to head chef when I'm at a young age, and that'd be great. Well, that's fantastic. But then, the time you get to that age, trying to change over to something else is not impossible, but you're limited to what you want to do and what you can do. And I don't know, I just feel like it was a bit of a trap. I suppose maybe like the whole work life is a bit of a trap, isn't it? Like school structure and all that is a bit of a trap to sort of get you into this working mindset, I suppose. But which I see more and more of on social media. People are just like schooling their children, which then they can just they can teach them the way they want to be taught, and give them breaks when they need breaks. I mean, kids don't need to be rushed into like learn. And I don't know, just something that was on my mind I wanted to speak about. But I don't know what your thoughts are, what your opinions are. I mean, if you're chefs or ex-chefs or hospitality workers, or you're in a different industry, and you're thinking about getting into hospitality, I don't know. But if you've got any opinions, drop them down below, put them in the comments, let's have a conversation. But I just thought I just have a quick conversation and just thought, you know what, and we all need higher ceilings. Remember that you have to have a higher ceiling. If you don't want a higher ceiling, I mean, some people are not cut out for it, and some people don't want it. They're just quite happy going and do the job, go home. That is absolutely fine. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but to the people who just want, like, who feel stuck and feel like they want a bit more in life, and, it's just, there is a higher ceiling. We just have to go and find it, and hospitality definitely ain't it. You go from head chef to operations manager. Do I really want to be operations manager, customer facing? Don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying never say never, but it's still hospitality. Because if you're operations manager or general manager, you still got to put up with, I don't know how to describe it in the nicest way, all the so-called nice people who come in hospitality, and there's not many of them. You're still struggling for staff, you're still struggling with budgets, because the people above you, you still got someone above you. Someone's still above you who's going, you can only do this, you can only do that, or the business only works like this. I mean, I just think, I just feel like every level you get to, you just sort of have to suck it up and sort of screw over the person below you, and you just keep going up the ladder. And I just feel that's a bit sort of, I don't know, I never really liked the thought of it, to be honest. I mean, not technically screw over the person below you, but you force them into doing stuff because, like, one, you're too higher up to do it, or you can't be seen to doing it because obviously you're at a certain level. There is obviously levels or whatever, but I think you know what I mean. But well, yeah, that's where we got to think, because all the hours you've done, like the 90, 80 hours a week, you're absolutely ruined. And it's probably designed like that so you don't go off and try and make your own business or whatever, because you're so tired. You're just like, oh yeah, I'm knackered. You just want. I had many conversations like, oh, you need 3 days off really in hospitality. You need one day just to sort of switch off and just sleep and rejuvenate yourself, and then a day off to enjoy yourself, and then a day maybe just to sort of do something light and just rest and stuff, so you're ready to go back to another 80-hour week. It's just crazy to think of. I mean, 80 hours, like, it's no life. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, the industry has changed a little bit because HR has got involved, and human rights and all that sort of stuff, and the industry has to sort of abide by all of that. But I still don't get this 48-hour BS. I mean, it should be just 40, and then the business. But then the problem is the business wouldn't last because they wouldn't be able to pay overtime or give the time back because they don't want to play. There's not enough people in the industry or money in the industry to either pay overtime or give the time back and employ somebody else to cover you while you're off. So I don't know. Obviously, I'm sure nothing will change because it is what it is. But we can change. We can do something different. So think about it. Drop the comments down below. Interested to know your thoughts.